All right, here we go. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. And I gotta be 100% honest with you guys. You know, I was debating in my mind if I should bring this up, but I had to. I just had to get this shit off my chest because I wanted to be calm when articulating my viewpoints on this very thing. But I'm still a little fired up about it now. I'm in need of an opinion. I'm in need of several opinions on what should be done. All right. Now, just to be totally confidential, I will not mention any names. I won't mention the company's name in this video, all right? But what I will say is the Learning Center. I'll refer to it as the Learning Center. The Learning Center that I am a teacher of yesterday put me on administrative leave. And this is I've been there for about a year and a half, and this is the second time I've been put on administrative leave. And the reason that I was put on administrative leave is because as a teacher, I was speaking, this happened over a month ago, I was speaking to one of the children, I was speaking to a colleague with the children around, and I said that I was going to be an exotic dancer for Halloween. I said I was going to be an exotic dancer for Halloween, and there was a conversation between myself and the other teacher, the other colleague of mine, in which was, it was fairly inappropriate if you were a certain age, you would have understood what I said. So let me just give it to you. Let me just tell you everything that happened, right? So I said I'm going to be an exotic dancer, and because I'm the only man in the entire center, the other colleague, I can't remember if she said this or if somebody else, I can't remember. The bottom line is what I heard was that I was going to get laughed at if I come in as an exotic dancer. And I'm like, whoa, hold up, lady, hold up. No, the ladies I work, if they saw what I'm working with, they'll be impressed. That's what I said. If I come dressed up as an exotic dancer, I said, the ladies would be impressed at what I'm working with. Okay. So again, granted, fairly inappropriate. I'm around 4 and 5 year olds. I shouldn't be talking like that. Totally understand. I am not thinking that a 4 and a 5 year old is going to understand exactly what I'm saying when I say something like that. Totally fine. Again, poor judgment on my end. I'll own that. I'll take that. But the question really is, and the reason I'm bringing this up, because of what I'm struggling with, and this just happened to me like yesterday, less than 24 hours ago. I'm struggling with, because the reason I took the job, let me just go back to why I even got hired at this learning center in the first place, all right? That website that I send you to every single day, makeyourmove.com, MakeYamove.com. The director of a different center saw that website. She liked what I do with the kids. She liked the way the boxing and all the stuff I was doing with the kids, and immediately it was like hired on the spot. Love what he's about, love the things that he's doing with the children, all that stuff, and I was hired immediately, right? So that's how I got the position. There was no, I never went out and said, okay, I'm going to go work for this learning center in particular, this, that, and the third. So I had already had it in my mind going into it every single day that I was improving, and my goal is to become a better parent. My goal is to understand parents. My goal is to build up a network of parents and try to understand what it takes and things like that. I'm not a parent myself. I do hope to be a parent one day, and try to understand exactly what they go through and things like that. That's one of the reasons I took the position in the first place. So to get back to the story, I'm trying to figure out what is so bad about that. What is actually traumatizing about a teacher saying that he's going to be an exotic dancer? Okay, what exactly is the big deal? I'm curious. If somebody can give me an answer to that question, I am curious as to what the fucking big deal is. Are you saying to me that because my son or daughter heard his or her teacher say that they were going to be an exotic dancer when they were 4 or 5, all of a sudden, 15 years later, my son or daughter is going to get into it or do be some kind of a negative member to society, and me as a parent, I had absolutely nothing to do with that? It's so ridiculous, and I might even be getting fired just by putting this video out there. But I don't, to be 100% honest with you, don't give a fuck. Because whether I'm retained, and I'll find out probably later tomorrow if I'm retained or if I'm let go, either way, it plays into everything I'm about. One of my favorite books, and I'll put a copy of the book on this video, by Harvey Mackey. It's titled, "We Got Fired and It's the Best Thing That Ever Happened to Us." So if I do get fired, it won't be the first time, but I have enough saved up. I have enough understanding, and I just tell this story, and it kind of fans the flames to the brand that I've built and the things that I'm doing now. Or if I get retained, I get an understanding now. I'm gonna reach out to that parent directly and say, hey, you know, what's the big deal? Because I've been struggling with this. This is the only thing I've been thinking about for the past couple hours. I'm trying to understand as a parent what the big deal is. What exactly is going to happen? And I'll leave it at that. I'll just kick it to you guys. What exactly is going to happen? And just to recap, all right, I was recently, just yesterday, put on administrative leave at the learning center I work for. I'm not saying the name of the company of the learning center, so that kind of negates any possibilities of this getting out or being able to prove that I'm talking about this company and I'm bashing a company or whatever the fuck it is they would say. But if you follow me on social media, you know exactly what company I'm talking about. You know exactly what center I'm at and stuff like that. Very transparent. I don't duck and hide. But I was put on administrative leave because I was jokingly, I had a moment with me and a colleague joking about how I was going to dress up as an exotic dancer for Halloween. And I'm trying my best not to give my own opinion, but I'll give a quick one, you know, because I grew up in a Trinidadian household. I grew up in a Caribbean household where I'm trying to understand, even as a kid, if I said that to my mother, if I said that to my father, you know what they'd tell me? They'd be like, boy, stay out of grown folks' business. That's what they'd be saying. And if it got to the point, if it did get to the actual point where they felt a way or felt like I was harmed in some way, shape, form, or fashion, they're not going through some third party, or they're not going through the director. They're saying, let me speak directly to the person who made that statement. Why would if I'm so worried about my son or daughter being traumatized, why would I go through a director? Why would I go through a third party? Why don't I try my best to get in touch with the actual person that made the statement, look the person in the eye and say, look, you can't be talking like that in front of my son or daughter. Straight up. I apologize. I own up to it. I'm wrong. I've been wrong a ton of times, especially at the center I'm in, whatever it is. But anyway, I'm rambling. I get it. I'm rambling. I am very curious to hear you guys' opinion on this one. Appreciate all the feedback, appreciate all the love, appreciate all the support. Listen, 2023 is about to go to another level, especially after this. No, regardless of the outcome, it's fired me. You thought I was fired up before. You thought I was motivated before. You thought I was like really into this motivation, like into becoming a motivational and inspiring businessman and just an absolute lion. You thought I was an absolute aggressive motherfucker before. This situation in itself has taken that to another level, all right? Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.